Shalom, and welcome to 2 Minutes of Torah. This year's entitled Parshat Vayechi. And Hashem, we will finish off the topic of Yosaif and his brothers in the sunset of their lives to try to make sense of what happened in the last encounter that we see in the Torah. Yosaif goes to the pit. He just wants to thank God. So on the way back from the funeral of Yaakov, he just wants to thank God that he did an ace for him in this place. The brothers think, wow, he's probably just so angry now, reliving all the pain and everything that we caused him. According to the Tanhuma, Yosaif actually was wrong. And Nikeeim b'nei Hashem b'nei Adam. A person always has to be careful of his actions in the eyes of God and in the eyes of man. He must think, how will people perceive my actions? And the Tanhuma says that Yosaif did not take care of that mitzvah properly. He should be concerned, what will the brothers think? So it's a bit sad to think that when he was 17, he did understand how the brothers would react to his dreams. And now, decades later, a lifetime later, he still doesn't understand how they would react to his actions. That's a bit sad. The question is, at this point when they said, Yosaif, are you going to kill us? Please don't. Did then he understand finally that he has to know who his brothers are and his actions, he must take into account how they will react, and he has to realize they might react different than he would react to his own actions if he were them. I think he did get the lesson. Because first he said, okay, he said that the first time also, but he added, you wanted to hurt me. Meaning, it's all on the table, guys. They thought about him now. When the first time Vayigash, he doesn't mention that they wanted to hurt him. They're wondering, like, who is this man? He must be in denial, and one day he's going to realize that, of course, we wanted to hurt him, and then he's going to really take it out against us. He said, no. It's all on the table. I know you want to hurt me. I know you want to kill me. He understood that that's what they needed to hear. He's beginning to realize that. And therefore, they put it out on the table, and that was a Nechama, consolation for them. There's nothing hidden anymore. It's all out front. Let's have an open dialogue, an open relationship. In Parsha Vayeshi, I thought I could avoid talking about that. It's a painful thing for you guys. But then you misunderstood me. It's all on the table. And then V'yidaber al libam. The Medrash says that what? He said, it would be crazy for me to kill you. Why? Because what? People say, you're the king of Egypt, your brothers came down, and it's a chashuv, impressive family, and now you're going to kill them. What brother kills his family? That's a crazy thing to do. So it's not in my best interest. The fact is, he didn't need to say this the first time. He did, but he didn't say it the first time. Why not? Because he'd think, I don't need to give over these silly kind of reasons. I'm not a person who takes vengeance. That's God's job. Once again, he didn't understand that they did not perceive his level the first time in Vayigash. But now he gets it. They need to hear that me, for selfish reasons, will not take revenge. That will speak to them. But to tell them about philosophical levels, they don't understand me. And we're on a different plane. And if he says, listen, it'd be crazy for me, it'd be suicide for me to go ahead and kill you guys. They'll have a rebellion against me. They'll look down upon me, etc., etc. He spoke a language that they would relate to. Of course, we're talking about the Shvatim. We're not talking about Stam brothers, but obviously there was a gap there. And it seems that finally, at the end of their lives, Yosaif, to some degree or another, bridged the gap. And that's why we see two things here in Vayechi. He consoled them. Emotionally, they began to realize that, okay, fine, he's with us. But apparently, it took many decades for Yosaif to realize that they perceive him totally different than the image that he's trying to project. And he finally got into their world. It was a little bit late, but not too late, Baruch Hashem, where now he could understand them, and he knows what to say to truly give them comfort and speak to them both intellectually and emotionally. Shalom.